I have created a Republic of Genoan Super League in Football Manager, based on the former Maritime Republic, with 20 clubs from 4 different countries. Which club will reign supreme and be crowned the champions of the Republic? Hey, how's it going, and welcome to another Super League video, where this time round I have created a Republic of Genoan Super League, based on the former Genoan Maritime Republic that existed for almost 500 years. So in this video here today, I've got 20 clubs from either the region of, from either the city of Genoa, should I say, the region of Liguria, which Genoa sits in, but also the islands of Corsica, which is now owned by France, of course, Sardinia as well, and also a couple of port cities from Turkey, and also a port city from Cyprus as well, which all used to be at some point or another under Genoan rule. So in this video, we've got 20 teams, as I said. Some very familiar names such as Genoa and Sampdoria, who are the two biggest teams from Genoa itself, the city. We've also got some other big names featured here today. The port cities in Turkey that were once ruled by the Genoan Republic was 1/4 of Istanbul at a time, which was the Galata region back in the day, apparently. And of course, we know we have a very famous club from Istanbul, which begins their name with Galata, and that is Galatasaray. And from my research, it actually translates to Galata's palace, apparently. So Galatasaray are in this video here today. We've also got Kasımpaşa, who are also from that region of Istanbul. We've also got Samsunspor from Turkey, which was a port city of Samsun, and also Trabzonspor as well, from the port city of Trabzon. Apart from those teams in the Super League here itself, we've got Monaco, who of course, well, technically they are from France in terms of football side of things, but of course Monaco is its own state in its own right, but not officially a country. But we've got Monaco in the list here as well. And we've also got Cagliari from Sardinia, the biggest team from Sardinia. Ajaccio, who are the biggest team from Corsica, the island of France. And also in the Super League here, we've got Spezia as well, who are actually from the region of Liguria. So got quite a mixed range of teams here in the Super League. Before we go any further though, guys, I want to shout out Giacomo for actually suggesting this video here for me today. He actually suggested the 20 teams I should use as well. As you can see, Giacomo, I've made my own changes to the video, but I really appreciate the recommendation, and I hope you enjoy the video. Into the first league, and that's when we get our first Cypriot teams. We've got 2 Cypriot teams, both from the city of Famagusta, which again is a port city. I believe they don't play in that city these days though, and that is Anorthosis and Nea Salamis as well. And also in the first league, we've got other familiar names such as Bastia, who are the second biggest team from Corsica. We've also got Gazalec, Ajaccio as well, FC Borgo, Entella, Sestri Levante, and Vado as well. So we've got a mixed range of teams, as I said. Obviously, the biggest team in the video is Galatasaray, of course. Not really, you don't really associate it with Genoa these days, of course. But as I said, back in the day, the port city of Istanbul, well, quarter of Istanbul, came under Genoan rule, and Galatasaray is in that region today. So adding Galatasaray was just a no-brainer for me. Of course, also Trabzonspor in here as well makes it very interesting. But the team itself, Genoa, what can Genoa do in the video? Can they actually win the most trophies here in the Republic of Genoa in Super League? So we actually look at the list of teams here. As you can see, the top team of the Super League is Galatasaray at the moment with a 4-star reputation, but they're joined alongside Monaco, who also have a 4-star continental reputation. After that point, then we've got 2 3.5-star teams, Trabzonspor, also from Turkey, and Genoa themselves are also a 3.5-star team. And after that point, we've got quite a lot of equal teams in terms of the reputation. We've got a lot of 3-star teams and 2.5-star teams, including Cagliari, Sampdoria, Ajaccio, Spezia, Kasımpaşa, Samsunspor and Bastia, all 3-star teams. And then 2.5-star teams, we've got 2 Cypriot teams, Anorthosis and Nea Salamis, and also another team from Liguria in Entella as well. Along with the Genoan Super League and First League, have also taken over the Irish Cup as well, now called the Genoan Cup, of course, and also taken over the Irish President's Cup, which is the Super Cup, and renamed it the Genoan Super Cup as well. Also, this database will be available for you to download. There'll be a link in the description. You can download it yourself and play with any team here in the two leagues here in the Genoan league system. Also, I've changed the youth rating of the Irish national team to match the teams in the video. So the rating of the Irish national team is is 145 now, a big increase from this from its rating before to match the teams in the video. I think I matched it to the same as Italy, seeing as Italy has the highest youth rating of any of the clubs featuring today. So, if you're new to my Super League videos, I'm going to go 50 seasons into the future, stop off after every 5-season interval, and finally, after 50 seasons, we'll see who has won the most trophies in total in the Genoan League system, and will be crowned the champions of the Republic of Genoa. So without further ado, let's go forward now to 5 seasons into the future. Which team will dominate the early stages? Well, 5 seasons played, and already the big changes, the state of the reputation. We've got no 4-star teams anymore. We've also got no 3.5-star teams anymore. After only 5 seasons played, I have no idea what's happened here to the team's reputation. One thing that hasn't changed is, though, that Galatasaray is still the top team of the video, but they're joined along with 3 stars with Cagliari, Genoa, Spezia and Trabzonspor. So yeah, big drop in terms of the reputation, which is quite surprising in these early stages. Also below that, we've got 3 teams with 2.5-star reputations in Sampdoria, Neoslamis and Samsunspor. But look at the state of Monaco. Monaco's reputation has halved in the first 5 seasons. What on earth has happened to them? They started off as a 4-star team. They declined to only a 2-star reputation team. So yeah, massive drop off from Monaco in the first 5 seasons. Absolutely crazy, in fact. The lowest ranked team in the video at the moment, though, is Lagorna with a 1.5-star reputation, but the biggest faller by quite a distance is Monaco. Absolutely disgusting start to the video from them. And of course, they're currently sitting in the Genoan First League as well. Well, into the Super League, and the dominant force so far in the first 5 seasons has been Galatasaray. Can't say we're too surprised about that. They have won 3 of the first 5 Super League titles, including 2 in a row in 2026 and 2027. Also, though, Turkish team Trabzonspor has won a Super League in 2024, and Cagliari of Sardinia have also won a Super League in 2025. So 3 different winners so far, but Galatasaray being the most successful, winning 3. Well, into the Genoan First League, and the most successful so far has been Anorthosis from Cyprus, from Famagusta. They have won 2 First League titles so far in 2023 and 2026. Bastia and Samsunspor have also won a First League title, and Monaco are the latest winners in 2027. Not nice to say that, Monaco winning the First League title, but at least they're back in the Super League for the next season. Into the Genoan Cup, and Galatasaray have been the most successful in that as well. They've won 2 of the first 5 in 2023 and 2026. Kasımpaşa, also of Turkey, of course, also of Istanbul, of course. They have won a Genoan Cup in 2024. Spezia won their first trophy in 2025, and Cagliari won the Genoan Cup in 2027. Into the Genoan Super Cup, only 4 played so far in the Super Cup, but Galatasaray have won 2, Trabzonspor have won 1, and Spezia have won 1 as well. Well, very early days here, of course, in the video, but after 5 seasons, Galatasaray are the dominant force, but it looks like their biggest challenges at the moment are Cagliari. Only 2 points separating the 2 of the teams. Only 2 points separating the 2 clubs at the end of the latest season here. Cagliari just behind Galatasaray. So Galatasaray have been the top team, but they've got a serious threat. On the cards within Cagliari. Also, Monaco have had a terrible decline in the first 5 seasons, going down to a 2-star reputation team. But at least they've been promoted back to the Super League for the next season. Will Galatasaray still be on top after 10 seasons? Well, 10 seasons played, and unfortunately their reputation is still absolutely disgusting. Well, we still haven't got a team above a 3-star reputation, unfortunately, but Galatasaray are still on top in terms of the reputation, closely followed though by Cagliari and Spezia, who both have 3-star reputations as well. After that point, we have got 4 clubs with a 2.5-star reputation in Genoa, Trabzonspor, Kasımpaşa, and Monaco as well. So Monaco had some sort of rise in the last 5 seasons, which is nice to see. Still not nowhere near close to being their best, of course. But in terms of the top team, that still goes to Galatasaray at the moment, and Cagliari in second place. Have Galatasaray won any more Super Leagues in the last 5 seasons, though? Yes. Well, yes, they have, because they've actually won 4 Super Leagues in a row from 2029 to 2032. They've also won 6 of the last 7 Super League titles, and the only team to stop them in that sequence was Cagliari, who won it in 2028. So at the moment, it's just all about Galatasaray, and the next best team, their biggest challengers are Cagliari. No one else getting a sniff at the moment. Also, the league has climbed to be the 21st biggest league in Europe already after 10 seasons, which is nice to see. Starts off about 75th, I believe. When we look at the league table for the latest season, still very tight between Galatasaray and Cagliari. Galatasaray only won the league title here by 1 point this season. Only 1 point clear of Cagliari. There's a big gap between Cagliari and a third team, and also the 4th team as well. If we look at the continental competition here, though, due to the league rising up, we've got 2 teams qualifying for the Champions League, 2 for the Europa League, and 1 for the Europa Conference League as well. If we look at the First League, and Samsunspor have won the latest Genoan First League, winning as champions with 71 points, but also Ligorna, who are actually the smallest team from the league system when we last left off. They've been promoted to the Super League with 65 points, so great story from Ligorna that. Sampdoria sitting in 4th place in the First League, so they're not doing very well at the moment, it has to be said. And Northosis as well, who are the biggest team from Famagusta in the video. They are way down in 8th place, while their fierce rivals, Nice Salamis, are currently sitting in the Super League, so they're not doing particularly very well. But Sampdoria down in the First League, not doing very well at all. But Ligorna to get promoted to the Super League, that's a great story. The question is, though, can they stay there? Well, into the Genoan Cup, and Nia Salamis have won their first trophy, winning that in 2028. So a great story that from the Cypriot club there. Monaco also won their first trophy in 2029, winning the Genoan Cup. Followed by Cagliari, Genoa in 2031, and the latest winners have been Galatasaray in 2032. Into the Genoan Super Cup, and that's been dominated by Galatasaray and Cagliari. They've both won 2 apiece in the last 5 seasons, but the latest winners have been Genoa, who won it in 2032. Well, only 10 seasons played, but Galatasaray keep stretching their lead at the top. They've won 7 of the first 10 Super League titles, but firmly in 2nd place are Cagliari as well. After 15 seasons, can we see another team step up and win a Super League title? Well, 15 seasons played now, we finally have a team back with a 3.5-star reputation at least, and it is Galatasaray. They are officially the biggest club in the league system here now, with that 3.5-star reputation. Just below them we have Cagliari and Genoa, 2 Italian clubs with a 3-star reputation, and below that we've got Trabzonspor, Kasımpaşa and Monaco, all with a 2.5-star reputation. Spezia have declined quite a lot over the last 5 seasons. I believe they were 3 stars last time we checked out. Now only with a 2-star reputation, so not doing too well, Spezia. But also Sampdoria. Look at the state of Sampdoria. Only with a 1.5-star reputation. Absolutely terrible start from them, has to be said. Well, into the Super League, and I think it's safe to say we have a pure Galatasaray domination at the moment. They've now won 9 Super League titles in a row from 2029 to 2037. So it seems like Cagliari cannot stop them at the moment. 9 league titles won in a row for Galatasaray, firmly on top. Also, the league has climbed to be the 11th biggest league in Europe now, just outside the top 10. So it's climbing very nicely, has to be said. If we look at this latest league table though, look how close Cagliari keep coming to Galatasaray. Only 1 point behind them in the latest league season. Genoa are only 6 points behind them as well, so they aren't that far behind. Bastia are in the Super League now, finishing 5th in the league as well, which is very nice for them. As you can see though, only 4 teams qualifying for Europe now, so the teams aren't doing very well in Europe, it has to be said at the moment, so hopefully they can butt their ideas up in the coming seasons and we can get some teams winning some competitions in Europe. Also, Sampdoria finishing bottom of the Super League this season with just 23 points. So they're back in the First League, Sampdoria, but at least they got back to the Super League, and hopefully they'll get back there at some point in the future as well. Well, into the Genoan First League, and the latest champions are Samsunspor again. They're a bit of a yo-yo club, Samsunspor. They've won 3 of the last 6 Super League titles. They've been promoted along with Sestri Levante, or another very small club of the video, so that's good for them. Ligorna finished in 2nd place, but they haven't been promoted, unfortunately. Both Cypriot teams are here in the First League, and also look at this. Look at the state of Ajaccio. Ajaccio, who start off in the Super League and the biggest club from the island of Corsica, they finished bottom of the First League with just 17 points, 25 points behind second from bottom Vado. So yeah, I don't know what on earth is going on with Ajaccio, but it is not looking very good at the moment, has to be said. Well, into the Genoan Cup, and Cagliari have won 2 more Genoan Cups in 2033 and 2036. Genoa won it in 2034, and First League champion Samsunspor have actually won 2 of the last 3 Genoan Cups in 2035 and 2037, so it seems like they're not doing very well in the league. Of course, they have been just promoted back to the Super League, but they do love a Genoan Cup, it seems. 2 of the last 3 have gone back to the city of Samsun. Well, in the Genoan Super Cup, that's a completely different story, because Galatasaray have won 5 Super Cups in a row from 2033 to 2037. Well, after 15 seasons, in 3rd place we have Genoa with only 3 trophies so far. In 2nd place we have Cagliari, who have won 8 trophies so far, but way out in 1st place and dominating are Galatasaray, who have won 24 trophies in the first 15 seasons, including 9 Super Leagues in a row. Will Galatasaray continue this amazing streak after 20 seasons? 20 seasons played and no changes in terms of the top team in the Republic of Genoa. It's still Galatasaray with that 3.5-star reputation, and the teams just below them have stayed the same as well. In Cagliari and Genoa, both for a 3-star reputation. And after that point, we have 5 teams battling it out for 2.5 stars. They are Trabzonspor, Bastia, Monaco, Kasımpaşa and Samsunspor as well. Spezia still have a 2-star reputation. Same with Sampdoria as well. And the 2 Cypriot clubs. And Ajaccio, well, they're still the biggest fallers of the video with only a 1.5-star reputation. Well, someone finally stopped Galatasaray in the Super League. Not after they won 12 in a row though. From 2029 to 2040, which is crazy. Cagliari were the team to stop them in 2041. Galatasaray, though, back to winning ways in 2042. Also, the league has declined, unfortunately, over the last couple of seasons, only now being the 14th biggest league in Europe. Well, into the Genoan First League, and the latest champions have been Ligorna, who seem to be a very good First League team. They've actually won the league in the last 2 of the last 4 seasons, which is nice. With 72 points, the same as Sampdoria, but they've been promoted by a goal difference, it seems like. Along with Spezia, only finished in 5th position, but they have been promoted back to the Super League. Ajaccio finished second from bottom this time round, only 1 point clear though of Nia Salamis from Cyprus in bottom place. They actually were in the Super League not too long ago, so they've had quite a dramatic fall as well. But the biggest team in the First League has to go to Sampdoria and Ajaccio, and at least Sampdoria are challenging to get promoted back to the Super League, where Ajaccio are challenging to be the worst team of the video. Well, into the Genoan Cup, and Genoa won it in 2038. Cagliari won it 2 of the next 3 seasons. Bastia won it in 2040, and Galatasaray haven't done too well in the Genoan Cup so far. They won it in 2042. In the Super Cup, and Samsunspor won it in 2038, followed by Genoa. Back-to-back wins for Galatasaray in 2040 and 2041, and the latest winners are Cagliari. Well, unfortunately, after 20 seasons, still no team is yet to reach a European final, but in the Genoan League itself, it's safe to say that Galatasaray are firmly on top. Will they still be firmly on top, though, after 25 seasons? Well, 5 more seasons into the future, but the same old story. Galatasaray still the top club in the Republic of Genoa with that 3.5-star reputation. Still closely followed though by Cagliari and Genoa, both with 3 stars. And below them we have Trabzonspor, Monaco, Bastia and Samsunspor, all with a 2.5-star reputation. So it is not changing much, it has to be said, in terms of the reputation. We're still only halfway through the video though, so hopefully someone can finally knock Galatasaray off their perch. If it looks like to be any team, it looks like to be either Cagliari or Genoa. Into the Super League though, and Galatasaray domination continues. They've actually won 4 of the last 5 Super League titles, and actually 5 of the last 6 as well. And again, the only team to stop them was Cagliari in 2044. Actually, no other team has won the Super League title since Trabzonspor in the 2nd season. So it's just been all about Galatasaray and Cagliari since then. Mainly Galatasaray, of course, but if they do slip up in the season, Cagliari are there to win the title. Well, into the First League, and the latest champions are Ligorna again, with 81 points this time, and they're just above Sampdoria, only 4 points above Sampdoria, and Spezia in 3rd place as well. Well, the new whipping boys of the First League seem to be Nia Salamis, because they finished bottom of the league with already 14 points, which is absolutely disgraceful. Not like Ajaccio has improved much these days. I think it's safe to say that Bastia are firmly the best club from the island of Corsica these days. Much better than Ajaccio, are just been absolutely terrible in recent times. Also, not even the best team from the city of Ajaccio itself, because of course that goes to Gazalek Ajaccio these days. So still time for Ajaccio to do something in the video, but not looking too good for them, and also not looking too good for Nia Salamis either. Well, into the Genoan Cup, and Trabzonspor have won 2 of the last 5 Genoan Cups. They've been relatively quiet, it has to be said, Trabzonspor. At least they've won a Super League title. Cagliari won back-to-back cups as well in 45 and 46, and Kasımpaşa won it in 2044. Well, into the Genoan Super Cup, and the dominant force in that has been Cagliari. They actually won 4 out of 5 Super Cups from 2042 to 2046. The other 2 winners, though, were Galatasaray in 2044 and 2047. Well, at the halfway point of the video here, in 3rd place, we have Genoa, who have won only 5 trophies so far. In 2nd place, though, we have Cagliari, who have won 18 trophies so far. but way out in first place are still Galatasaray, who have won 37 trophies in the first 25 seasons. So Galatasaray are firmly in first place, and Cagliari are firmly in second place as well. Let's go forward now another 5 seasons to 30 seasons in the future. Can we see another team lift the Super League? Well, after 30 seasons, there's no change in terms of the top team from the Republic of Genoa, but we do have another team on a 3.5-star reputation, and it is Cagliari. Cagliari just behind Galatasaray in terms of the biggest clubs here in the Republic of Genoa. And just below them, we of course have Genoa, who with a 3-star reputation are still the 3rd biggest club in the video. So these 3 haven't really changed in the last, 20 seasons or so. They have been firmly the top 3 clubs and all in them positions as well. Just below them, though, we have 3 Turkish clubs in Samsunspor, Trabzonspor and Kasımpaşa, all with a 2.5-star reputation, And below that point, we've got Bastia, Monaco and Anorthosis just chasing them down with a 2-star reputation. Well, we've got some big teams here with a 1.5-star reputation in Spezia, Sampdoria, Ajaccio and Nia Salamis, all with a 1.5-star reputation, all not doing particularly very well, it has to be said. Before we go any further with this video though, guys, please remember that if you do like this video, hit that like button for me. It's very important for the video success. And also, if you're new around here, you want to see more Super League videos, then do hit that subscribe button as well. And do remember that if you want to play this database for yourself, there'll be a link down there in the description where you can download the database and play this for yourself with any of the 20 clubs here in today's video. Well, into the Super League, and for the first time I'm saying that most dominant force in the last 5 seasons hasn't been Galatasaray, because it has been Cagliari. Cagliari actually won 3 of the last 5 Super League titles in 2048, 49 and 51. Galatasaray have won 2 though, in 2050 and 2052, but Cagliari enjoying a nice period here, winning 3 out of 4 Super League titles. Also, great story in the Super League because FC Borgo, one of the smallest teams of the video, have been promoted to the Super League. They did do very well in the Super League, has to be said, with only 1 win in the season and only 8 points, but at least they can say they've got promoted to the Super League. Also, look at the state there. Look at the gap between the bottom 2 and the 8th place team. 21 points separated Entella in 9th and Anorthosis in 8th position. So Entella firmly getting relegated along with FC Borgo. Nice to see another Cypriot team in the Super League though, but the best nation so far has to go to Turkey by quite some distance. All 4 Turkish teams are in the Super League, and of course Galatasaray have been dominant, and 3 of these Turkish teams actually qualifying for European football for the following season. Well, into the Genoan First League, and the latest champions have been Sampdoria, but to be honest, I've been expecting a lot more than them. There should be a lot more than the Genoan First League champions. They finished top of the league with 84 points, getting promoted along with fellow Italian club Spezia, leaving Monaco in the Genoan First League, along with Ajaccio and Nia Salamis as well. Well, into the Genoan Cup, and the most successful in the last 5 seasons have been Genoa. They've won 2 in the last 5 seasons, in 2049 and 2052. Also, Cagliari won it in 2048, and 2 more Turkish clubs have won it as well. Samsunspor in 2050 and Kasımpaşa in 2051. And into the Genoan Super Cup, we actually have 5 different winners over the last 5 seasons. Trabzonspor in 2048, followed by Galatasaray, then Genoa, followed by Samsunspor, and finally the latest winners have been Cagliari. Well, after 30 seasons, the trophy race hasn't changed in terms of the top 3. In 3rd place, we have Genoa with 8 trophies. In 2nd place, you have Cagliari with 23 trophies. But in 1st place are still Galatasaray with 40 trophies won now in the first 30 seasons. But it's not like Cagliari are a million miles away from Galatasaray. If Cagliari can go on a little streak in the next 5-10 seasons, then they can firmly close that gap. But realistically, Cagliari are the only team who can topple Galatasaray in terms of the biggest club from the Republic of Genoa, and Genoa themselves are still firmly the 3rd biggest team of the video. Can any team win the Super League apart from Cagliari and Galatasaray within the next 5 seasons? 35 seasons played, and we have our first change in terms of the reputation. We have a new top team in the Republic of Genoa, and it is Cagliari with a 3.5-star reputation. Galatasaray have declined over the last 5 seasons, only to be a 3-star reputation team now, along with Genoa and Samsunspor as well. Below that point, we have 3 2.5-star teams in Bastia, Kasımpaşa and Trabzonspor as well, and Monaco. Well, a 2-star team, Monaco, and they're only just above their B team in terms of the reputation. They've both actually got a 2-star reputation, so the Monaco B team is effectively just as good as the Monaco first team, which is kind of crazy to say. Well, into the Super League, and Cagliari have been the most dominant team over the last 5 seasons. They've won 3 more Super League titles in 2053, 54 and 56. We have a new winner though of the Super League itself. The 4th different winner is Genoa this time. They won it in 2055, so Genoa have officially won at least 1 Super League title in the Republic of Genoan Super League. And Galatasaray though are the latest winners, winning it in 2057. And also the Super League has climbed into the top 10 biggest leagues in Europe for the first time this season. Well, into the Genoan First League, and most craziest title race I've ever seen, to be honest. Only 2 points separating top of the league Entella and 4th place Ajaccio, which is kind of crazy. Entella winning the championship though with 66 points. 2nd place was Sestri Levante. Following them we have Monaco and Ajaccio, so it shows how far the mighty have fallen in this video here today. Ajaccio though, at least they made some sort of comeback, has to be said, but Monaco in 3rd place in the 2nd league is disgraceful, has to be said. Bottom of the league though is Gazalec Ajaccio with only 11 points in this season. Into the Genoan Cup, and Samsunspor have won 2 more Genoan Cups in 2053 and 2056. Galatasaray won it in 2054, and Cagliari have won 2 of the last 3 in 2055 and 2057. Into the Genoan Super Cup though, and Cagliari have been dominant. They have won 3 Super Cups in a row from 2054 to 2056. Also, Genoa won it in 2053, and the latest winners are Samsunspor. Well, in terms of the trophy race after 35 seasons, in 3rd place we have Genoa, who have cracked double digits now. They've won 10 trophies. In 2nd place we have Cagliari with 31 trophies. But still in 1st place with 43 trophies, we have Galatasaray. But Cagliari are closing the gap, and it's definitely only a 2-horse race now to see who's going to win the most trophies. At the moment, Cagliari are on top in terms of the reputation, but the latest winners of the Super League were Galatasaray. So let's go forward now to 40 seasons in the future. Can Cagliari still be on top in the Republic of Genoan Super League? Well, Cagliari are still on top in terms of the reputation with a 3.5-star reputation. They're joined on 3.5 stars though with Galatasaray this time. But also Cagliari have improved over the last season. Before that they only had a 3-star reputation. But back to being the top team in the Genoan Super League. Following that we have 2 more 3-star teams in Genoa and Samsunspor, who are firmly the 3rd and 4th biggest teams of the video. So it seems like these top 4 aren't going to change much in the last 10 seasons. It doesn't look like it anyway. After that point we have 3 more 2.5-star teams in Bastia, Kasımpaşa and Trabzonspor. And get this, Monaco now have a 1.5-star reputation, and the first team of Monaco have now got a smaller reputation than Monaco B. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be possible. It definitely seems like some sort of glitch, because how could the Monaco first team be worse than the Monaco B team? Absolutely crazy stuff. Well, into the Super League, and it seems like Galatasaray are back on top. They actually won 3 Super Leagues in a row from 57 to 59, and also won 4 out of 5 Super League titles. Cagliari, though, are back to winning ways again. They won 2 of the last 3 Super League titles in 2060 and 2062. Cagliari, though, won this league title by quite a distance in this last season, winning it by 18 points clear of Galatasaray and Bastia in joint 2nd place. Also, great story to see Lagorna in the Super League and staying in the Super League. They finished 9th this season. They finished above Monaco by +1 goal difference. Both of the teams finished with 22 points. Monaco in the Super League, but they've been relegated back to the First League. Talking of the First League, and the latest champions have been Sampdoria, who won it with 70 points this season. Gazalec Ajaccio have climbed quite nicely the last 5 seasons. They finished in 2nd position, but bottom of the league are Cypriot club Nia Salamis with only 23 points. Well, into the Genoan Cup, and Kasımpaşa won it in 2058. Cagliari have won 2 more in 59 and 62. Galatasaray won 1 in 2060, and Anorthosis have won it, the team from Cyprus, or one of the teams from Cyprus, in 2061. And into the Super Cup, Galatasaray won back-to-back Super Cups, followed by back-to-back Super Cups for Cagliari, and the latest winners are Anorthosis, who won it in 2062. Well, it's taken 37 seasons, but we've finally had a team reach a European final, and they won the European final as well, and that was Samsunspor, who won the Europa Conference League in 2059, beating Brighton in the final. So Samsunspor having a very good campaign, it seems. They won the only team to win a European competition as of yet in 2059, beating Brighton in the final. Well, with only 10 seasons to go, in third place we still have Genoa with 10 trophies. In second place we have Cagliari with 37 trophies. But in first place it's still Galatasaray with 48 trophies won in the first 40 seasons. But only 11 trophies separating Galatasaray and Cagliari. It seems like it might go down to the wire here. Also, there's quite an interesting battle for third place now as well, because Samsunspor, after winning the Europa Conference League, have now won 9 trophies in total, just one less than Genoa. But I think it's safe to say that only Galatasaray or Cagliari can win the most trophies from the video. Let's go forward to 45 seasons. Can anyone different lift the Super League? Well, 45 seasons played, and Cagliari are the only team with a 3.5-star reputation now, as Galatasaray have declined again to only be 3 stars, along with Genoa and Samsunspor. And just below them we have 4 more teams in Trabzonspor, Kasımpaşa, Bastia and Anorthosis. Below them though, the best 2-star team are Ligorna, followed by Monaco B team, and AS Monaco main team has still only got a 1.5-star reputation. So Monaco have been absolutely disgraceful in this video here today, but the Monaco B team are just very consistent. They always stay with 2 stars, and the Monaco first team probably should promote some B players to the first team, it seems, since the B squad is apparently better than the first team squad. Oh, it's getting very interesting now in the Super League though, because Cagliari have been dominant over the last 5 seasons. They've actually won 3 Super Leagues in a row, and they've actually won 5 of the last 6 Super League titles. Galatasaray though won another one in 2064, but in terms of the Super League, it's all about Galatasaray at the moment. All about Cagliari at the moment, shall I say. If we look at his latest league season as well though, Cagliari top of the league with 83 points. Only 6 points behind in second and third are Genoa and Samsunspor, and Galatasaray finished in 5th place this season with only 62 points. Also nice to see that Ligorna are still in the Super League, finishing 9th this season, and Teller in the Super League as well, but they've been relegated with just 18 points. Into the first league, and the latest champions have been Ajaccio with 75 points, 14 points clear of Sampdoria in second place. So nice to see that from Ajaccio. They actually won this, the league title just 2 seasons previous as well. So Ajaccio having some sort of late spell to try and salvage some dignity by the end of the video here. But it's safe to say they haven't represented Corsica very well at all. Although Bastia definitely have. They've been a Super League team for a long time, but not many trophies won by the 2 Corsican teams. Well, there's more than 2 Corsican teams, but the 2 main Corsican teams. Also, AS Monaco only good enough to be a 7th place team this season with just 43 points. Into the Genoan Cup, and Genoa won it in 2063, followed by Samsunspor. Cagliari though won back-to-back Genoan Cups, and Galatasaray are the latest winners in 2067. And into the Super Cup, Cagliari have won 1 more in 63, but Genoa and Galatasaray have both won 2 of the last 4. Genoa in 2064 and 2066, and Galatasaray in 65 and 67. Well, with only 5 seasons left to go, Genoa are still in 3rd place with 13 trophies. In 2nd place, though, we have Cagliari with 44 trophies. And in 1st place, we have Galatasaray with 52 trophies. So only 8 trophies separating the 2 teams going into the last 5 seasons. But I think it's safe to say that Cagliari need to be dominant if they are to be crowned the champions of the Republic of Genoa. Cagliari though have won 5 of the last 6 Super League titles, so if they continue that theme, they've definitely got a chance. Well, 50 seasons played, and Cagliari do end the video as the biggest club from the Republic of Genoa with that 3.5-star reputation. Below that point we have 3 teams with 3 stars in Genoa, Samsunspor and Galatasaray, who end the video as the 4th biggest team. After that point we have 3 teams with a 2.5-star reputation in Trabzonspor, Kasımpaşa and Bastia as well. Wow, if you look at the Super League title as well, and Cagliari end off the video as dominant in the Super League. They ended off winning the last 3 Super League titles in a row, and they also won 7 of the last 8 Super League titles. And the team to stop them was actually Genoa, who won their 2nd Super League title in 2069. So Galatasaray last won a Super League in 2064, so a dry spell for them in the Super League come end of the video. It's going to be interesting to count up the amount of trophies won at the end here, because judging by this, it should be quite tight between Cagliari and Galatasaray. Also, the final ever league table sees Cagliari win the league title with 72 points and Trabzonspor in second place, only 2 points behind. But also, Genoa and Galatasaray in third and fourth, only 4 points behind Cagliari, who won the league title. So, a very enthralling final title race to end off the video. But Cagliari do lift the final ever Super League, and they also won the last 3 Super League titles as well. Also, nice to see the fact that Ligorna finished off the video in the Super League, but also Ajaccio as well. Ajaccio start off as one of the bigger teams and also the biggest team from the island of Corsica, but they were very poor at the start. Also, they were the worst team in the video at one point, but they got back to the Super League, which is nice to see. But unfortunately, for the island of Corsica itself, not a great last season because both teams, Ajaccio and Bastia, got relegated in the final season. Into the first league, and the last ever champions were Sampdoria. They won it by quite a distance as well. They get promoted along with Intella as well. And in third and fourth place, you have Spezia and Monaco, who have been the most disappointing team of the video. At least they won a trophy though. Monaco won 1 trophy, I believe. I think it was the Genoan Cup way back at the start of the video. And Sestri Levante, unfortunately, end off the video as the weakest team, only finishing with 20 points at the end of the season. Into the Genoan Cup, and Cagliari have been dominant in the Genoan Cup as well. They won 3 of the last 5 Genoan Cups. Samsunspor also won 1 in 2017, but Galatasaray won the last ever Genoan Cup in 2072. In the Genoan Super Cup as well, and Cagliari won 3 more in 2068, 69 and 71, and Genoa won 2 of the last 3 Super Cups in 2070 and 2072. So judging by this, it's going to be extremely tight who has won the most trophies between Cagliari and Galatasaray. It could be between 1 trophy or maybe even 2, but it's going to be extremely tight, it has to be said. Well, before I actually count up the entire trophies in total, let's actually look at the individual competitions first of all. Let's see which team won the most Super League titles. Well, of course, in 4th place is very easy with only 1 Super League trophy. That is Trabzonspor, who won the 2nd ever Super League title in 2024. In 3rd place, we have Genoa, who won 2 Super League titles in total in 2055 and 2069. So that means 47 of the 50 Super League titles were won either by Galatasaray of Istanbul and Cagliari of Sardinia. And the team who won the most Super League titles were Galatasaray. They actually won 27 Super League titles, Galatasaray. Cagliari, though, a strong 2nd place. They won 20 Super League titles in total. And I think it's safe to say that Cagliari ended off the video as a dominant force. As from the 2060 period, Cagliari won most of the Super League titles. But before that point, Galatasaray were the most successful team. Well, in the Genoan First League, and the most dominant teams were Italian clubs. We have Ligorna and Intella, who both won 7 First Leagues in total. But the team in first place was actually Sampdoria, who won 8 First League titles. Not really what we want to be saying about Sampdoria, to be honest. Sampdoria should have done a lot better in the video, but they weren't the worst fallers of the video. That definitely has to go to Monaco, who are firmly a First League team most of the time. But at least they actually won a major trophy, something which Sampdoria never did. Well, the most successful team in the Genoan Cup was Cagliari. They actually won 18 Genoan Cups in 50 seasons, 10 more than the next best team, which was Galatasaray. And in the Genoan Super Cup, Cagliari won 16 Super Cup titles, but the most successful team was Galatasaray, who won 18 Super Cup titles. So what I've just counted up here is extremely tight between these 2 clubs. Let me count up the most trophies now. Let's count up the trophies, shall I say. Let's see who won the most trophies on the video, who's crowned the champions of the Republic of Genoa. Well, in terms of the teams who have won the most trophies, in 4th place we have Samsunspor from Turkey, who won 11 trophies in total. But most importantly, they also won a European trophy, the only team to reach a European final for the entire 50 seasons here. They won the Europa Conference League and finished in 4th place with 11 trophies. Unfortunately, they could never win the Super League title, but they did very well in other competitions. In 3rd place, we have Genoa, who won 16 trophies in total, including 2 Super League titles. But in 2nd and 1st place, only separated by 1 trophy. In 2nd place, we have Galatasaray, who won 53 trophies in 50 seasons. But the winner of the video with 54 trophies are Cagliari from Sardinia, who won only 1 more trophy from Galatasaray, and they overtook them in the final 5 seasons. So hats off to Cagliari. They are the champions of the Republic of Genoa. Galatasaray, though, will be left scratching their heads because they had it in the palm of their hands. But Cagliari with a great ending to the video here, winning 6 of the last 7 Super League titles. And they are officially the champions of the Republic of Genoa with 54 trophies. Of course, Galatasaray came extremely close, but they fell off towards the end and they won one less trophy than Cagliari. Of course, we have to mention Genoa. Genoa, who done pretty well in the video, has to be said. Nothing spectacular, but 16 trophies for them. It's quite nice. And 2 Super League titles as well. Of course, Samsunspor, just mentioned them. They're the only team to reach a European final and win that European final as well. They also won 7 Genoan Cups as well. Unfortunately, they could never win a Super League, which is unfortunate. Trabzonspor, they were quite underwhelming, has to be said. But at least they won a Super League title, albeit in the second season. Honourable mentions, though, has to go to Anorthosis, who won a couple of trophies. Also, their fierce rivals Nea Salamis won a trophy as well, or a couple of trophies. Ligorna getting promoted to the Super League on many occasions is very good for them, very nice. Ajaccio started off the video very poorly. Also, the middle period very poorly as well. At least they had some sort of rectifying end when it's in the Super League. But the weakest team of the video has to go to Monaco. Terrible from them. They did win a trophy. Which trophy was it? Yeah, they won the Genoan Cup in 2029, but they only finished in the top 3 in the Super League in one season. That was actually the first season, or the second season, shall I say. So, Monaco were the biggest disappointments of the video, but Sampdoria didn't do much better, has to be said. Never really settled as a Super League team, but Monaco have been very, very poor. But the biggest story is Cagliari pipping Galatasaray right at the post to win just one more trophy than them in 50 seasons, and they are crowned the champions of the Republic of Genoa. That is the end of the video, guys. Do remember to let me know down in the comment section below which Super League you want me to try out next. And also, please remember that if you do like the video, hit that like button for me. And also, if you're new around here and you want to see more Super League videos, hit that subscribe button as well. It'd really help me out and be much appreciated. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you for the next one.